Race fans, it's about that time of year where the NASCAR Cup Series is about to head out to their summer races, and along with that will be extreme heat. And this weekend in Nashville is going to be not much different, as we will see over 100 degrees in Fahrenheit throughout the race. It is going to put a big toll on all of the drivers' bodies, and hydration throughout this week is going to be key for success in Sunday's race. But today I'm here to give y'all my prediction on how things will possibly play out, and maybe some things have changed in the playoffs, who knows. But I'm giving y'all my predictions, and I'm also going to do a Pick 5 contest. If you're new to the channel and wondering, how does a Pick 5 contest work? Well, it is pretty simple. All you're going to have to do is go down below to the comment section and type in who you think will finish in the top 5. If you go 5 for 5, you get an autograph of your choice. And if you go 4 for 5, you get an unsigned hero card. Just in a couple of weeks, I'll be heading out to the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I'm going to do a couple of things there, pick up some hero cards and stuff to give away, but also I'm going to do a vlog, so stay tuned to that. So, got a lot going on this channel in the next couple of months, so looking forward to it, and so should y'all, but let's get started.
Hey, it's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. here at Kroger, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
This past weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series was off, and there was no racing going on for Cup nor Xfinity. However, you did have the Truck Series race out in Knoxville. Terrible coverage. I mean, terrible coverage. They missed a whole entire flip. Yes, a flip. A car or a truck, more like, barrel rolled. Jessica Friesen, they did not catch it, and she continued on. If they would have caught the flip, they would have sent her to the garage, night over. But NASCAR and Fox did a terrible job with that one. And later on in the race, Brett Moffitt actually got on his side. How crazy that sounds? They missed that also. Fox did not look very good in broadcasting this truck race in Knoxville. They're going to probably want to get that behind them as quick as they can, because they cannot keep on going forward in the season with them coverages like that. That is highly unacceptable. Saying that, I am sure a lot of y'all are, having a sign of relief that now the torch is being handed over to NBC for the rest of the season. And hopefully they can do a better job catching stuff here and there than Fox did. Fox loved the show, a lot of irrelevant stuff. NBC surely won't do the same mistake. Enough said about the TV broadcasting. I just had to let that go for a second. But heading into Nashville, I am looking at the Hendrick cars to be very quick. Kyle Larson was the winner last year. I think this time around he's going to be competitive, but he will not get the win, however. His teammate Alex Bowman in the 48 car, I believe, will get his second win of the 2022 NASCAR season. And it's going to be a big one here, because this second win is going to officially lock him into the playoffs. Every single driver right now that has one win, like your Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, Kurt Busch, and so on, all of them drivers may be locked in at the moment, but that can very well change. You got Nashville, you got Road America, you got Atlanta. Atlanta is going to be crazy. And then you got New Hampshire. We saw Almirola win there a year ago, so anything can happen there. Then you go to Pocono. I believe it goes to Michigan, Watkins Glen, Richmond, and Daytona. A lot of crazy races are coming up, and we can possibly see more than 4 winners. And I guess that's the only spots available. If we get more than 4 winners, some driver with a win is going to go home not making the playoffs. And that's how things are going to go, I believe. We're going to see a new winner at Atlanta, obviously, and at Daytona. Watkins Glen, I'm sure, and Tyler Reddick will win at one of the other races. So you got to expect the worst, and Chase Briscoe and all them other drivers that I mentioned have to step up and go to victory lane again, because right now you cannot feel too good about yourself right now on the bottom half of the win column. So there you go there. Alex Bowman will officially lock himself in. Second place will be the 5 car of Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson does have one win, but I'm pretty sure he has solidified his spot for the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs just because how high he is in the point standings. If he was a little bit lower down, I would kind of, I don't know, feel bad for him and not be 100% sure if he'll make it in or not, but he's so high up, he's going to make it. He's already solidified a spot in the 2022 playoffs. But finishing third, however, will be the 4 car of Kevin Harvick. And Kevin Harvick will be heading into Nashville below the cut line. And this is not a good feeling or place to be in, more like. Harvick has always been at the top, and this last 2 years has not been very well for him. And I think he will get things turned around. This third place finish here at Nashville is going to be, I don't know, a momentum builder. The following week, they'll go to Road America. Kind of hit or miss there for Harvick. He is an all-right road course racer. I'm not going to say he's the best. But if he can do well there, they go to Atlanta, a track Harvick has won at in the past on the old configuration. Maybe he can sneak out a victory there. Or maybe New Hampshire the following weekend, a track where Stewart Haas won at last year with Eric Almirola. Momentum is key, and Harvick needs to get points to build it up and possibly still a win somewhere down the road. Because, be honest here, if someone points their way into the playoffs, there's not a good chance they're going to go to Phoenix winning the championship unless you're like a Ryan Newman and get real lucky. He did not win the 2014 championship, but he did finish second, being winless. So, you got to win, at least put yourself into the dance. That's the way I see it. Because if you don't, you're irrelevant. Finishing P4 in Sunday's race at Nashville will be Ross Chastain in the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing. Trackhouse Racing this year has been very successful. They have 3 Cup wins. And I thought about Ross Chastain being a championship contender, and so was Daniel Suarez. I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat, but I'm just going to let it out. Trackhouse Racing's wins have came from the Circuit of Americas, Talladega, and Sonoma. No, none of them tracks are, yes, they're big wins, and they're NASCAR Cup Series wins. But don't get me wrong, those are not 1.5 mile wins. Those are road courses and a plate track. I got to see more out this team for both Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez, because when they go to the 1.5 miles, they kind of struggle. The Coca-Cola 600 was very well for both of them cars, but besides that, not spectacular at all. They got to get going, but yes, they are both in the playoffs for the moment. But I had to let that one out there. I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat for that, but Trackhouse Racing, I am not sold yet. But finishing P5 and rounding out my top 5 will be the 14 car Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe, as of lately, has been on fire. Besides Sonoma, was up front in St. Louis at the race. He had the pole, blew a tire, and couldn't really rebound from it, but he did have the pole. Nearly won Charlotte, the Coca-Cola 600. Spun out, came back, and finished P4. Not a bad day overall for him. Could have went for the win. But Sonoma was bad. I'm sure he's going to want to rebound here in Nashville, a track where he did somewhat well last year. As a rookie for Chase Briscoe with no practice, you're expecting a top 20, top 15 type of run. He was inside the top 10 for most of the part of the race, and that was a good sign for Briscoe this year, and I believe he will be a good driver to put in your lineup in fantasy if you're looking for someone to be reliable here. And not to mention, Nashville probably is a track where we will see some type of shifting going on, and Briscoe is the best shifter in the garage, and you cannot change my mind at all. Look at the clash at the LA Coliseum, Phoenix, Martinsville, and so on. Chase Briscoe, if that comes to the point where they shift a lot, he's going to be the driver to win, in my opinion. But my dark horse here for this weekend's race at Nashville is kind of a long shot here, but anything can happen. Ross Chastain finished second a year ago. No one expected that, especially a Chip Ganassi racing car. This year, I believe my dark horse is going to be Brad Keselowski in the 6 car. Brad Keselowski finds himself 30th place in the Cup Series standings, just 2 spots away from last place, and he's going to have to get things turned around. He's going to have to win to go to the playoffs, and this weekend could be a very good chance. So there you go. Bowman wins, Larson second. Third, Kevin Harvick. Fourth, Ross Chastain. Fifth place, Chase Briscoe. And my dark horse, Brad Keselowski. But everybody, though, remember to please like and subscribe.